Peace and blessings. All praise and glory belongs to the Almighty Creator of the heavens and the earth. Welcome to Mo True TV, where we sit back and witness the fall and destruction of Babylon, America. While the Illuminati used their puppets, Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake, to stage a full-scale rap war during the weekend, the black lost sheep was being distracted from the fact that the next stage of World War III has begun. Everything that's happening on earth revolves around the black man in America and his deliverance out of the land of his captivity, which is America.
Drake is an industry plant and chosen puppet that has been activated by the Illuminati to keep the people distracted from reality and divided. Drake means dragon, and Satan is the dragon. In Middle English, Drake means Satan, devil. Also, Drake's logo is the owl. The owl is a Freemason symbol. Kendrick Lamar is also a puppet that has been activated just like P. Diddy and Meek Mill was activated. All 2024. The Hollywood Illuminati music industry has been on a massive campaign to keep people distracted and rocked to sleep as World War III takes off and as artificial intelligence takes over and as Black America's slumber expires and Black America begins to wake up to their true identity and role on Earth. The lions of Judah are beginning to roar, and the Zionist is activating all Illuminati puppets, humiliation rituals, scandals, gossip, and rap beefs to rock the lion back to sleep. Rap music is a weapon that the letter J, Zionist Illuminati, uses against the true children of Israel, Black America, to keep them dumbed down, distracted, divided, degenerate, sexually immoral, drugged out, drunk, promiscuous, cursed, whoremongering, murderous, homosexual, violent, and mentally destroyed.
Israel's number one target is always Black America. Israel knows Black Americans are the true inhabitants of the land of Israel, and Israel fears Black people waking up in these end days. The waking up of Black people means that the Gentiles, the Khazarians, the converts, the synagogue of Satan's time in our land is coming to an end, as our time to be restored is near. Let's go ahead and watch this video of an Israeli top diplomat having a secret crafty counsel about young Black Americans.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the Black community.
You know, I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the Black community when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land, we don't have no communities, we don't have no commodities, we don't have any resources, we don't have any bombs, we don't have any nuclear weapons, we don't have any missiles, we don't have any military. Why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed, and the world knows that. Time's up.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the Black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the Black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young Black people in the United States.
So, why is Israel saying that the major problem to Israel is young Black America? Why is Israel concerned about the poorest and weakest people in America? We have no army, we have no land, we have no identity, we have no navy, no air force, yet Israel considers us to be their major problem because Israel knows exactly who we are and what role we play in this end time story. Israel knows that more and more young Black people are waking up at the end of our 400 years in Babylon, America, waking up and realizing that we are the original tribes of Israel.
Psalms 83 verse 2. For, lo, your enemies make a tumult, and they that hate you have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against your people, and consulted against your hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against you. The tabernacles of Edom, Edom is the white man, and the Ishmaelites, Ishmaelites are Arabs, of Moab, Moab is Chinese, and the Hagarenes, Hagarenes are Egyptian Arabs. Jebel and Ammon and Amalek, Amalek is the white letter J people, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. All of these nations have came together to hold secret sneaky meetings and conferences about black people with a plot to cut us off from being a nation, to keep us divided and enslaved and scattered all over the land, to steal our land and to sell us in slavery and to constantly keep us destroyed as a nation of people. All of these nations hates the black man.
I was noticing that you're kind of hanging out a lot with Kyle lately. Is there a problem with that? No, I think it's amazing. It's awesome that someone like you could be okay with someone like him, given all the new information lately. You know, the stuff that's come out about how the Jews stole the black race's identity? That the lost tribes of Judah were actually all Africans? You didn't hear about this? Black people are actually the Jews and people like Kyle have taken that from them? Stop talking to me. When the Jews came to America to escape persecution in World War II, they found that blacks were already the underclass in America, so they had to invent a story for themselves which they could make everyone believe because Kyle runs Hollywood.
The true Jews of Israel are your black ancestors. You think you and Kyle make TikToks together? Kyle only cares about money. Think about it. Are you really making TikToks together, or is Kyle profiting off of you? It's just like the lost tribes of Israel. Kyle wants to take all the credit for...
The Illuminati's #1 target will always be Black America. After they get finished in Gaza, after they get finished with the people in Palestine, Israel will turn their one eye of the Antichrist, their one eye of the Dajjal back on Black America. Yesterday, the false state has begun their genocide in RAFAH. RAFAH is the southernmost city in Gaza that borders Egypt, where 1.4 million Palestinians fled to take refuge. There is nowhere left to flee outside of RAFAH. You have 1.4 million people that's crammed up in this small area in 10 cities, taking refuge away from the major war.
This satellite image shows the sprawling refugee camps in Rafah, at Gaza's southern border. As of early March, more than 1 million people, the majority of Gaza's displaced population, are sheltering here. Gaza's main northern city, Gaza City, was home to a little over 1 million people before the start of the war. Soon after October 7th, Israel began launching airstrikes there in response to Hamas's attack. Satellite images show damage to buildings throughout northern Gaza over time. Gazans began fleeing south. Streams of people left Gaza City by foot on Salah al-Din Road, a central evacuation route. As Israeli operations spread throughout the Gaza Strip, southern Gaza, and Rafah in particular, became the last safe place to go. This mid-October image shows Rafah a few weeks into the war. The city was home to roughly 300,000 residents. Over the following months, as refugees fled other areas, the population in Rafah increased dramatically, with an estimated 1.5 million people along the southern border as of the end of February. Satellite imagery shows almost every open space in Rafah covered in tents and temporary shelters. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu now says a ground operation here is imminent. He's ordered the military to draw up plans to relocate the entire population. For the nearly 2 million displaced people in Gaza, that would mean evacuating again, but it's unclear exactly where.
For the past 3 months, the whole entire world, including evil America, has begged Israel not to invade Rafah, as it will lead to the worst humanitarian catastrophe and famine in modern history. But yesterday, the evil demons inside Israel went ahead and began the invasion as they dropped bombs all over civilian refugee camps, killing women and babies. Before they began this mission, Israel shut down Al Jazeera news office in Israel and confiscated some of their communications equipment. Why? Because Israel does not want Al Jazeera to cover the genocide and massacre that they were about to commit in Rafah. Israel doesn't want the world to see what kind of evil they were about to do in Rafah. Israel has stated that they will use extreme force in Rafah. Right now, as we speak, there is no telling how much death and slaughter Israel is currently currently committing and inflicting to the women and children in Palestine because there are no more news reporters and journalists to cover the war. So far in this 7-month war, the 7th-month genocide, about 40,000 Palestinians have been killed. Most of them were children and women. In RAFAH, it is expected that 100,000 civilians will be killed within weeks. Now take that and let it settle into your mind. In 7 months, 40,000. 7 months, 40,000 were killed. In weeks, over 100,000 are expected to be killed in weeks, not months. This genocide in RAFAH will escalate tensions in the Middle East, causing a wider conflict amongst the Muslim countries surrounding it. Before the RAFAH invasion began, Hamas agreed to a ceasefire deal, a deal that was proposed by Israel. Yet Israel played a sick, cruel joke on Palestinians. Israel pretended to agree to the ceasefire to get the Palestinians' hopes up high, just to begin launching missiles all over them anyway. Take a look at this video.
ما خذلنا وعملنا بوجه الله كبير الحمد لله.
Now people here, as I can literally see right now, the cameraman is moving the camera, is that people are celebrating now. They are celebrating in the entire vicinity of Al-Kuwaiti hospital. They are so happy about that step that has been taken by the Palestinian side, by Hamas movement, regarding their acceptance to the ceasefire agreement. Now see how elderly people, young men are chanting and so excited about the announcement of this step from Hamas side. They have been, in fact, under wide attacks within the past couple of weeks and days, and they are right now, everyone, including the children, are happy about that step because they believe that RAFAH invasion will bring unspeakable humanitarian catastrophe where a bloodbath will be shedded. But now
look how excited and happy and cheerful the Palestinians in Gaza are once they heard that the ceasefire was agreed upon. Just for Israel to renege and begin killing them anyways. Man, that's sick, cruel, twisted mind games that these folks from the Caucasus Mountains love to play on brown and melanated colored people. Israel told the people in RAFAH to evacuate, and while they were evacuating, Israel began bombing them. What a sick, cruel joke. A true synagogue of Satan. The whole entire world is against Israel except America. America loves what Israel's doing because America is the same demonic nation that killed millions of Native Americans and stole their land and colonized their land, and America killed millions of Africans and Israelites. So America is sitting back like a proud parent watching their offspring Israel commit their very own genocide. 40,000 dead civilians, that's nothing to America. America done killed millions of Native Americans. America done killed millions of African Americans. So America is cheering for Israel to kill more, kill more, kill more. America loves to see the death of brown and black people. America loves to steal land. America loves to kill people by the millions. We are dealing with the evil, satanic, demonic DNA race of people out of Britain, the Anglo-Saxons. This is why America and Britain has to be destroyed off the face of the earth, and the Almighty Creator will use Russia, Iran, and China to finally free the earth from this sick, twisted, sinful kingdom of Babylon, of the Edomites, the children of Esau. So yesterday, Russia has announced that they will begin tactical nuclear drills as NATO has promised to send in troops into Ukraine. France, Poland, and Britain has announced that they will send in troops into Ukraine to fight Russia. So since all of these NATO nations are threatening to attack Russia, Russia has brought out the tactical nukes and are preparing to test them so they can eventually use them against France, UK, and Poland, and of course, eventually against Babylon, America herself. On May 21st, the Ukrainian President Zelensky will no longer be considered the legitimate president of Ukraine because he canceled the elections. So this will give Russia the green light to take him out because Russia will no longer recognize him as the leader of Ukraine. F-16s has entered the fight yesterday also. For the past year, NATO has been training Ukrainian pilots how to fly F-16s. Now they have entered the war and are about to begin their missions. Russia has stated that they will attack NATO air bases where the F-16s take off from. NATO wants Russia to attack their bases so NATO can have their excuse to fight finally have a green light to invade Russia, which will lead to nukes flying back and forth. Every day, this demon from America is pushing us closer and closer to nuclear war. And every day we are slowly marching closer to that moment. These Edomites in the American government will not stop until they see the whole entire world destroyed. War turns these people on. They must live by war and bloodshed and destruction to survive, to satisfy their demonic reptilian cravings inside their bodysuits. They are the children of Esau, and Esau knows that his time on earth is coming to an end. 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, will rise up out of the ashes of Babylon, America, and find their way back home. America has enslaved black people for 400 years, and at the end of our 400 years, America's punishment is here. Genesis 15:13. Then the Lord said to Abram, know for certain that your descendants will be strangers in the land that is not their own, and they will be enslaved and mistreated 400 years. But I will punish the nation they serve as slaves, and afterward they will come out with great possessions. From 1619 to 2019, 400 years is up, black man. And 2020, 20 times 20 is 400 years. The Most High is showing you clearly for those that can see and pay attention to the time of what's going on, to the signs of the times. Ever since 2020, we've seen events happening every year as we come to the conclusion of America's punishment, which will be finalized with nuclear missiles landing all over America. Jeremiah 50 verse 3, a nation from the north will attack her and lay waste her land. No one will live in it. Both people and animals will flee away. In those days and in that time, says the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. With continual weeping they shall come and seek the Lord their God. Verse 25. The Lord has opened his arsenal and brought out the weapons of his wrath. For the sovereign Lord Almighty has work to do in the land of the Babylonians. And the weapons of his arsenal is nuclear weapons that he allowed Russia to have the most of. He allowed Russia to have the most and advanced nuclear weapons on earth because Russia has one purpose on earth, and that is to destroy Babylon, America. Everything that's happened on earth is a part of the black man's story. We were kidnapped by the Eagle Nation from the end of the earth and brought over here as slaves for 400 years. Deuteronomy 28 verse 49. The Lord will bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A nation whose language you will not understand. A fierce and heartless nation that shows no respect for the old and no pity for the young. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord will take you back into Egypt in ships, by the way of which I said unto you, you shall never see it again. And there you shall be offered for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. Our enemies that we were sold to were white people in America. We were sold as slaves and no one redeemed us. No one came to save us. America is New Egypt again. Obadiah 1:4. Though you exalt yourself as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, there will I bring you down, said the Lord. Verse 10, for your violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. America is that Eagle Nation, New Egypt again, the land of slavery and bondage. America leads the world in prisoners, and most of their prisoners are black and Latino, the children of Israel. America's 400 years of enslaving and imprisoning the children of Israel is coming to an end, as America stares face to face with her own nuclear destruction, which they cannot avoid nor evade. There is nothing America could do to stop herself from being blown up in nuclear war. This war must happen. Nuclear war must happen in order for America to be punished and come down to her knees and be destroyed and left barren and desolate. My black brothers and sisters, this is it. We are the generation to witness the fall of the white man's empire. We are the generation that's alive 400 years after 1619. We are the generation that gets to sit back and witness Babylon, America go up in nuclear fire. We are the nation that finally get to see Esau's reign of earth come crashing down. We are the generation that gets to see the nation of the north, the prince of Russia, shoot arrows at Babylon to destroy her. We are the generation that get to see the Medes being stirred up to take down Babylon. Medes, aka Iran, their scientists has announced that they can make a nuclear bomb within 1 week. They said it is very easy to make a nuclear bomb now. Medes has been prophesied to take down Babylon. Let's prepare to survive a post-World War III America, because nuclear war will not kill all of us. There will be survivors. A lot of people think that after nuclear war takes off, they will be dead anyway. Nah, it don't work like that. Everybody ain't dying in nuclear war. You might survive. And if you are one of the survivors, then what? You have no power, no electricity. The food in your refrigerator will go bad. There will be no more DoorDash, no more Uber Eats, no more going to the grocery store to buy food, no Target, no Walmart, no hospitals, no clinics, no CVS, no Walgreens, no more going to the restaurant to order food. So you should stock up on 3 months worth of non-perishable foods, 3 months of water, life straws, first aid kits, medicine, herbs, seeds to grow your own food, ammo, swords, machete, axe, shovel, fire making abilities such as arc lighters, fire rope, fire plugs. Fire will be your best friend, so make sure that you are able to make fire so you could burn firewood and cook your food. You will need headlamps, rechargeable lanterns, rechargeable flashlights, wool blankets, wool socks, and prayer. Stay prayed up, stay bowed down, and let's get ready for the fall and destruction of Babylon, America. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the people of RAFAH and heal them and strengthen them and guide them. May He grant them martyrdom and grant them paradise. May Allah grant victory to Hamas and Yemen and Syria and Lebanon and all resistance fighters that's fighting against the Illuminati synagogue of Satan army. May Allah send out angels to protect them and help them in battle. Press like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on my future videos.